Thank you all so much for taking time out of your schedule. And most importantly, I love seeing your beautiful, maskless faces. Here at a restaurant that can't be named better with these American flags before us. I am absolutely honored by your presence, and I tell you what, if this is where we're starting, I already know where we're going to end. As you know, we came up a little short last time, and we were very disappointed. We had so much support from you all that were here, and the fact that you're back again is so reinvigorating for me to continue this journey, not alone, not just with my girls and my family, but with you, because now I consider you family as well. And thank you. Moving forward, if you haven't been noticing what we've seen over the course of the past 100 days, we are in trouble if you're not paying attention. And while it may have ended that way, we have got to let the cake bake. Because people like me, people like my brother, brave Americans like you, in times of duress, always step up into the breach to make sure that we have an America for the future for our children and for our children's children. That's why you're here, actually. That's why you're here. You want to make sure that you do your part to save our democracy. And every generation, we have to fight for it. Because each generation has an opportunity to lose our freedoms. We cannot give our freedoms away so easily. For people have died for the right for us to have them. They've died for the right for us to be here. And it's little stuff like, I don't know, individual liberty. Our Constitution, rights. Little stuff like being called an American regardless of your race, religion, color, or creed, and being proud to be an American. I find it very interesting. I feel like I'm right at home here. My wife and family, we eat here pretty frequently. As I look around, I'm here to tell y'all, I don't see very many black people here. Thank y'all for being here. Hey, Michael, put your hand down. You're not black. Do you know what I do see? A bunch of Americans. And in my last run and seeing your faces amongst us today, this is the America that I believe in. We actually don't care what people look like. We actually don't want to divide each other along racial lines. We actually just want to be happy and be free and support each other and love our God and serve who we want to serve, regardless of the way we look. And by the way, you all are here supporting a black guy. You know what I do know? You don't care. We are seeing a constant attempt to divide our country along racial lines. We're seeing it with defunding the police. We're seeing it with critical race theory. We're seeing it now with attacking the military. Now the military is racist. That is truly a meritocracy that I was a part of and my family served in. Really? This is not the America that we died and fought for. We are looking at Olympic athletes who aren't proud to be American athletes. And you're representing us. This is your country. There are people, there are far worse countries, by the way, out there. Trust me, all of them. And their athletes will stand in pride to represent the best aspects of their country. We are not perfect. We are all flawed by the human condition. But guess what? We've done a lot of good things. We're all standing here together in unity. Let's celebrate that. Let's bring that America back. I drive around a lot. I have a pretty big Ford F-250 with an Apache sticker on the back. You can't miss me, okay? It's pretty funny. And I'll drive around 610, and I'll see people honking their horn and waving at me. And just 2 days ago, it was an older gentleman. He had a Vietnam veteran sticker on the back of his truck. And we were in rush hour traffic. You could tell he was fighting his way to get there. I'm surprised he didn't kill somebody. He pulls up next to me and frantically asked me to roll my window down, and I did. And he goes, almost in tears, he goes, "Son, please tell me you're running again." He said, "Because we need you." I cannot think of anything else I would rather be doing other than being a husband and a father to my baby girls than to have the opportunity to represent you all in the halls of Congress and beyond.
Thank you.
If anyone thinks that this is work for me, or if anybody thinks that you need to thank me for doing that, hell no, thank you. Thank you for believing in me and seeing something in me that you want me to represent you. I'm honored by that. I truly am. I'm constantly motivated by my classmates who are no longer here. My West Point class lost 14 brave men, brave Americans, and they aren't here to serve for themselves. So if you're a red-blooded, living American in this restaurant right now, you are fighting and you are voting and you are getting out there, you are supporting somebody that carries them with me every day. By the fact that you are here right now means that you are honoring them. And this is what the fight is all about. It's about the sacrifices made by those before us. And by the way, they were all white men. And they didn't die for black people. And they didn't die for white people. They didn't die for Asian people. They died for Americans. Don't ever forget that. I will leave you with a quote.
You're not leaving.
After the election, obviously, I was a bit dejected, and I was reminded of what my favorite quote. I can't say anything to that. Okay, I was reminded by one of my favorite quotes, and my wife was very supportive in this endeavor. Actually, she was the reason why I'm here the next day. She looked at me and she said, "You might be upset, but guess what? You're doing this again." The quote is by Woodrow Wilson. It is not the critic that counts, nor how the man points out how the strong man stumbles, nor how the doer of deeds could have done them better. But the credit belongs to the man who was actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who actually strives to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, even if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls that neither knew victory or defeat. He was clearly a Republican. And he was clearly right. We may fall short. We don't always win, but you always fight. That is the American way. That's who people died for, and that's why you're here. I am truly honored by your presence. Thank you so much. WesleyForTexas.com is my website if you want to contribute, if you want to donate, if you want to sign up to volunteer. And let me tell you something. We're going to win this time.
Yeah.
God bless you.